The hill burns pink every May. She planted phlox there once. 20 Mays later, the same hill still glows. Strangers pull over at the curb. The neighbor across the street has asked for cuttings for years. These 10 perennials spread by themselves across most USDA zones. Plant them in May. Wait one season. Then the show begins and never stops. They survive frost. They survive drought. They survive neglect. One May of work buys a yard that fills itself in for decades. 1. Creeping phlox. Electric pink covers every inch of soil. The petals are tiny. They smell like honey. They feel soft to the touch. By the second May, the plant turns into a neon carpet. One clump spreads 2 feet wide every season. Divide it every 3 years for unlimited free plants. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. It thrives in full sun. It needs well-drained ground. It does not need fertilizer. It does not need mulch. It does not need protection in winter. The mailman slows down at the corner to look at the color. The hill never goes bare again. 2. Bee balm. Scarlet blooms explode like fireworks. The petals are shaggy. They feel soft. The leaves smell like spicy oranges. By the second summer, hummingbirds arrive within hours of the first bloom. The plant forms thick colonies every year. One clump becomes 3 by year 3. Lift and split in early spring for free new plants. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. It thrives in full sun or part shade. It does not need help to multiply. It does not need pesticides. It does not need staking. A neighbor will ask for a cutting before July ends. 3. Black-eyed Susan. Golden petals surround a dark velvet center. The center is rough. It feels fuzzy under a fingertip. The stems are coarse. The flowers stand stiff in the breeze. By the second summer, the patch doubles in width. The plant spreads through underground stems and self-seeding. Each clump throws dozens of new seedlings every year. They bloom from midsummer until frost. They are hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. They thrive in full sun. They tolerate poor soil. They do not need extra water in summer. They do not need staking. A car stops at the curb so the driver can count the blooms. 4. Daylilies. Bright orange petals open with the sun. Each bloom lasts 1 day. The next bloom opens the next morning. The petals feel thick. They feel waxy. The leaves are long, like ribbons. By year 3, one plant becomes a wide clump that fills an entire slope. Dig and divide in early spring for free plants. They are hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. They thrive in full sun. They tolerate heavy clay. They tolerate poor soil. They tolerate dry slopes. They do not need fertilizer. They do not need mulch. They do not need pampering. The HOA president leaves a note asking what they are. 5. Catmint. Soft purple spires reach for the sun. The spires hum with bees. The leaves are gray-green. They feel like felt. The scent is herbal. The scent is cooling. The plant grows in fragrant mounds. It spreads quickly by rhizome. By the 3rd May, one clump becomes a low purple cloud 3 feet wide. Lift the clump in fall and split it into 3 new plants. Cut it back hard in midsummer for a second flush of bloom. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. It does not need rich soil. It does not need fertilizer. It does not need watering once established. It does not need deer protection. A woman across the street asks for a cutting in June. 6. Creeping thyme. Tiny purple blooms create a sheet of color. The leaves release a heavy herbal scent. Step on it. The smell rises into the air. The mat is durable enough for light foot traffic. It roots wherever it spreads. By the second summer, one plug of thyme covers a square foot of ground. Pull a rooted section in spring and replant for free new patches. It is ideal for USDA zones 4 through 9. It thrives in full sun. It tolerates dry, sandy soil. It is a fragrant lawn alternative. It does not need mowing. It does not need fertilizer. It does not need watering once rooted. It suppresses weeds between every stepping stone. 2 kids on bikes stop to smell the path. 7. Sedum spurium. Star-shaped pink flowers cover the ground. The leaves are thick. They feel cool. They feel fleshy. The reddish foliage holds its color through fall. This succulent thrives in the hottest spots in the yard. It spreads as stems root into the earth wherever they touch. By the second summer, a single plug becomes a wide mat between rocks. Snap off a stem and push it into the soil for a free new plant. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. It thrives in full sun. It does not need rich soil. It does not need watering. It does not need feeding. The fleshy foliage repels deer. A delivery driver stops to take a photo of the rock garden. 8. Ajuga. Deep blue spikes pierce the May air. The flowers feel firm. The petals are tight. The leaves below shine like polished stone. The blue glows against dark purple foliage. The contrast catches the eye from across the yard. The plant spreads via runners at high velocity. By the third spring, one plug becomes a wide carpet under a tree. Lift the runners in spring and replant for free coverage. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 10. It stays in leaf all year. It thrives in part as shade. It thrives in full shade. It tolerates dry root zones near tree trunks. It does not need deep soil. It does not need sun. It does not need fertilizer. The shade corner glows blue for 3 weeks straight. Strangers point at the carpet through the fence. 9. Lamium. Tiny pink flowers dance above a silver floor. The petals are delicate. The leaves are silver. They shimmer like moonlight. The pink and silver contrast lights up dark corners under the trees. The plant roots along the soil to form thick mats. By the second summer, one plug spreads 2 feet wide. Tear off a rooted section in spring and replant for an instant new patch. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. It thrives in part shade. It thrives in deep shade. It tolerates dry soil under maples and pines. It does not need fertilizer. It does not need watering once established. It does not need deadheading. The silver foliage stays bright through fall. A stranger knocks on the door to ask what plant glows like that. 10. Japanese Pachysandra. Delicate white stars emerge from waxy green leaves. The blossoms are tiny. They smell faintly of spring. The leaves are deep green. The leaves are thick. The leaf edges are jagged. This evergreen succeeds where grass refuses to grow. It spreads by underground rhizomes. By the third spring, one plant becomes a tight mat that covers a square yard. Lift a clump in early spring, divide the rhizomes, and replant for free coverage. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 8. It thrives in part shade. It thrives in deep shade. It tolerates the dry shade beneath pines and oaks. It does not need watering. It does not need sun. It does not need mowing. The mat blocks every weed beneath the trees. The leaves stay green through every winter. A delivery driver stops on the porch and asks if the strip is fake plastic. Plant these 10 in May. Wait 1 season. Next spring, the hill burns pink. The patch under the maple turns blue. The rock garden glows red. The thyme path hums with bees. The shade corner shines silver. They spread further every year. The colors deepen. The roots sink. The flowers come back stronger every spring. A neighbor pulls into the driveway. She rolls down the window. She wants to know the secret.